Well, it is a symbol of our nation, the bald eagle. And while they're found all across the state, Southwest and Central Florida are the areas where eagles most dare to nest.
After Hurricane Ian, nearly 20% of our eagles lost their nests. But how's the formerly endangered species doing nearly 10 months later? Wink News environmental reporter Liz Biro has the answer.
It's the most famous eagle nest in town.
I'm really in love with these eagles.
A spectacle, but for some, the eagles are more of an extended family. And many felt the pain when Harriet disappeared back in February.
I kind of pray and I hope that she someday returns.
But before she disappeared, she, like many of you, launched a comeback after Ian.
This year, Ian destroyed the nest, and I watched him build it in a couple of weeks. It's amazing.
Anything that depends upon trees for nesting was really impacted by Hurricane Ian. We saw more than 140 eagles' nests that were destroyed as a result of the storm season last year.
Julie Raithmel is the executive director of Audubon, Florida. Their dedicated volunteers keep eyes on nests to help monitor the nation's mascot. The program's called Eagle Watch.
It started in the early 90s, and that was a time when really there were only about 600 eagle nests in Florida. Remember, we were down to as few as 100 in the 1970s, and so every nest really mattered.
Today, that population has grown to 2,500 pairs. Eagle Watch data showed roughly 70% of pairs that lost their nests in Ian rebuilt in the same season, but sadly in smaller, weaker trees, because that's all that was available.
Eagle nests can weigh more than a ton. They're these gigantic structures that are put kind of in the notch of pine trees, and the birds will use them year over year over year.
Meaning the loss of a nest has a much greater impact. Liz Biro, Wink News.
And if you're interested in getting involved with Eagle Watch, you can get in touch with Florida Audubon through the link with this story on our website, winknews.com.